Oh my god, why is the screen dark? Okay, there he goes. Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Lake of Voices. This one. Right. I keep walking down the— oh right, we fucking lost. Oh right, Lou died. Oh no. I keep walking down the path, lost deep in foggy despair. First Bemele, and now Lou. It's difficult to come to terms with. The sickening feeling of it all sinks to the bottom of my stomach and settles like thick bile. Being here feels as though I'm at the swirling center of an endless nightmare. Oh my god. The game is open in 2 tabs. Holy fuck. The game was open in 2 tabs. I'm like, wait a minute, why is the music overlapping like that? And then I realized, oh, 2 tabs are open. Well, okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Oh, good. Glad I caught that right there. I reached down to lightly touch the pouch that houses the shell. All I have left is to keep moving forward with my heavy steps until this is truly finally over. I caress the pouch and force back the gush of tears that threatens to return. Eventually, the guide slows to a stop in front of us. He waits, looking forward quietly, before turning around to face us.
Take my staff. I will need your lantern. Our path is blocked.
Okay. I clutch the lantern tightly.
Are you going to throw it?
No, it may not be poised to attack yet. I will blow out the light and draw nearer. Then I will relight it once I grow close enough to the Prowler. That should force it to retreat without having to risk losing one of our remaining lights.
I'm surprised at how desperate the plan sounds. However, I don't object to it. I have no alternative to suggest.
All right.
Suggest. Fucking hell. I can't talk. Leave me alone. I offer my lantern and he trades me his staff.
Stay here. The Prowler will not act rashly as long as it sees no light close by. It will be on guard if you approach.
Alright. I'm conflicted over the matter, but then the guide stares at me intensely. That gaze leaves no room for argument. I take the guide's staff. Margaret and I huddle around it together and watch as he disappears into the misty darkness. The two of us dare not... The two of us dare not speak. Just ignore what happened there. We wait in tense silence. Suddenly I perk up at what I think is the sound of the guide's voice. The sound comes abruptly, startling me. Worry nags at me as I wonder what could have happened. Margaret looks at me unsure and slightly bewildered. Wait, shit. Shit! I didn't mean that, fucking hell. Okay, don't worry, I can load it. I didn't know what to do. I don't know which... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna load it again. Sorry, guys. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. We can skip. Okay, we're gonna try to help. Because our last thing was please do, right? The guide's silhouette returns before me. Once I draw closer to him, I notice that he's standing oddly still. I look past his shoulder towards the Prowler. I'm gonna save right here, because I'm supposed to save. Oh. You only have 5? You don't— oh, you dick. Okay, fucking hell. Fine. You know what? Fuck it. I'll save over the— yes. This is gonna get really confusing really fast. I hate it so much. I wish I had more save slots. I look past his shoulder towards the Prowler, and the air is snatched from my throat. Despite being partially obscured by fog, the figure is in a twisted black mass. It's a familiar, vibrant color. Oh my god, who?
Lou?
Oh my god, Lou? Lou?
Chica?
Oh my god! Lou! You're alive! Ah! replies with my own name. I gulp against the bulging lump in my throat as shock overtakes me. He seems equally startled to see me. Tears begin to drip from my eyes and flow freely down my cheeks. I take an incredulous step forward. He's here, sniffle as I get a good look at his face.
I'm so glad.
Oh my god, I am so glad. I'm gonna cry. His eyes drift downwards as sorrow overcomes him.
Please, don't be. I can't make it. I'm hurt.
Oh no. Lou, no. He wipes his face with his hand and stares at me helplessly. Oh, Lou, no! My eyes widen. Of course he must be after what I have to do something.
I can't accept that. I will carry you.
Oh my god, yes, let's carry Lou. Oh my god, let's do it, please. Oh my god. I can do it. I'm a strong, independent black woman, I think. She has a dark complexion, okay? I don't know if she's actually black or not. I'm just saying she has a dark complexion. I'm not saying that she's black, okay? Well, I did say that. If I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong, but now I feel racist. She has a dark complexion. It's either I said black or something else. I'm a strong, independent, Hispanic. Strong, independent, dark-skinned woman. There you go. There you go. I fixed it. I fixed everything, guys. I fixed everything. Everything's fine now. I don't even think it's racist to call a character that looks black. I don't think that's racist. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think. Never mind. I'm not. No, I don't think that's racist. I don't think that's racist at all. Anyways, I peer through the mist to get a better look at him. The darkened fog makes the night practically opaque. However, I wince empathetically as I realize it looks like he's missing a finger. I can only imagine what the rest of his wounds look like. Oh no, he's missing a finger. Lou's voice grows hoarse with emotion as he takes into the sight of me.
You need to stop trying to save me, Kika. You can't. If I make it to the other side, I'll still die.
Oh my god, I just noticed that he's missing a finger. How is he not bleeding? How is he not bleeding from that? I like how it's his middle, it's not his middle finger, it's his ring finger. I mean, it's okay, it's okay, guys, we can still get married because that's his right hand, okay? He should still have his left ring finger intact, so it's all good. We can still get married. He lets out an uncomfortably out of place chuckle. Okay.
And it's not even because of my injuries. They're going to kill me for what I did. There isn't a way out. I'm trapped.
Oh no. He wipes himself again. The admittance leaves me stunned. Lou may have made mistakes, but could they truly justify an execution?
It's fine though. I'd rather you remember me as someone who was able to help for once and just forget about seeing me here than continue making everything worse by staying. Please leave.
No, Lou, I can't!
I won't give up. There has to be a way.
Yeah, exactly. I like how we all have our hands on our chests somewhere. I clench my jaw in mounting frustration. It doesn't matter what will come when we reach the other side. How could he just expect me to let go of him again after everything that's happened? Lou looks pained. Seemingly he has run out of arguments to hurl at me. He then begins to rapidly mumble to himself. I can't make the words out from here, but I catch bits and pieces of it from where I'm standing.
Something. There has to be something. Anything.
Oh my god. He seems to come to a conclusion and laughs and sniffles sadly to himself.
There isn't, is there? You found me again, and I can't change that.
No, you can't. Suddenly Margaret comes near, lured by all the commotion. Lou backs away from me, shuddering.
What's going on?
Oh my god, why are you yelling? Margaret almost trips over herself and at the situation in front of her. She gapes at me, alarmed. There isn't any time to inform her. Lou seems to be in shock. I lock my eyes onto him and harden my voice so it's undeniable.
I can tend to your wounds. We'll relight the other lantern, and then we'll be able to keep moving forward. It isn't too late.
Lou grits his teeth, but his face is full of more determination than I've ever seen. Hope rises in my chest.
Don't bother. It won't help now.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up, Blue! You don't know what you're talking about. The delicate feeling growing inside me completely dissipates. He's committed to giving up. Lou pauses to interject another awkward laugh. This time it is almost unsettling.
Nixie aren't afraid of light. They use it to track who's on their lake.
Everything stops, my mouth falls open. Yet no words come forth. All I can do is look at him, searching for answers I can't bear to ask for. Lou steps out of the all-consuming darkness. I finally get a clear look at his wounds. Blood seeps from the deep gashes and cruel bites all over him, staining his clothes and coating his quaking body. He doesn't make any attempt to hide it or wipe it away. Oh my god, it's pure white. Like semen. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this actually, fuck it. This is interesting. And my voice is getting weird. Okay. This is fine. Everything is fine, guys. You know, it's not blood, it's semen. I just made it worse. Okay. Honey, I just made it worse. What would you rather be on Lou right now? Blood or semen? Leave your answers in the comments. It's pure white. Sounds erupt from the lake. A wild, frenzied gurgling comes from near the surface, the Nixia responding to Lou's action. He turns to the lake and glares at the water.
Be quiet!
Oh my gosh, shut up! In an instant, their chattering ceases and the area falls dead silent. He lets out a harsh breath and continues to leer fiercely out into the distance. His whole battered body visibly tense under his nearly glowing blood. I can't do anything, I can't even move. The suffocating tension of the scene is broken by a clang on the bridge. My will is finally placed back into my own hands. I swing my head around towards the sound. The guide dropped my lantern. He's unblinkingly stunned at the development, but suddenly a ghastly calm comes over and envelops him completely. He stares at Lou with an unidentifiable expression.
So, everything I've done has been pointless then.
Oh god. Before the guide can even think about saying more, Lou abruptly interjects, voice vibrating with desperation.
No, it hasn't been.
Oh my god! Oh no, I'm scared! His calm completely shatters as though it had never been there.
How?
Lou meekly gazes back, not prepared to actually defend his statement.
This isn't over yet. Maybe there's still time.
No, there isn't.
Oh god, we're all gonna die! The guide parts with most of his previous motion and deftly reaches into his cloak. He retrieves his set of matches. I'm suddenly drawn from the floating ether of uncertainty back to intention. I gawk at him wildly. Surely he couldn't intend on setting the bridges on fire right now! I disbelievingly reach out to him, yet I'm too late as the match is struck and dropped at his feet. I recoil sharply as the flame immediately grows around him and starts to crawl in every direction. Oh god, what the fuck? My head swerves to Lou and Margaret, then back to the guide. The fire has already engulfed enough of the bridge to cut us off from each other. He makes no attempt to flee. I merely cast a sorrowful glance at him through the glowing black smoke. He doesn't return my gaze. He only looks straight ahead with dead empty eyes. I wrench my attention away from him and onto Margaret and Lou. I shout over the crackle of the already waist-high flames.
We need to go.
Yes, we do. Lou catches my gaze and determination fills his eyes. Margaret is gasping and wheezing from panic. She shoots me a solid look to show me she still understands. She pries her fingers off of the guide's staff. I take a few reluctant steps away, lingering for a moment, as I give the guide one last parting look before dashing full force to be with the two I need to protect. Oh my god, this guide is sacrificing himself. Oh no! Okay.
Do you know which way to go? Can you run?
He nods confidently at me.
Yes.
Oh my god, thank you. Then he grows sheepish and hastily adds,
To both.
I look at him filled with the strangest, strongest rush of emotions I have ever experienced. Our eyes meet for a second, and with that, one thought rises above all the rest. We will be there for each other no matter what.
Then lead the way.
With little time to process it all, the three of us sprint over the bridges in a race against time as the fire continues its ravenous approach. Alongside the crackling of the flames is the returning voices of the Nixie. They are growing louder and clearer than ever before. As we run, I see many of them keeping pace with us, swimming alongside the bridge's edge. One of them shoots a gaunt limb straight out of the water and latches onto Lou's leg. He stumbles and starts falling forward. I react fast enough to grab onto the back of his shirt, which gives him enough support to remain standing. Lou struggles madly with the creature, trying to kick it off. As he wrestles against its grip, the Nyx mutters something to Lou, its foreign words low clicking that vibrates in my feet, before suddenly jumping up so high and harsh it makes me grit my teeth. Lou shouts back, his voice contorting with the same inhuman sounds I've been hearing all night, his words just as indecipherable as the Nyx's. I have little idea of what is being said, however, with the way Lou is aggressively shaking his head at the Nyx, it can only be terrible. I work to help Lou free himself. I need to get him away. As I lean in, I stifle a gasp. The hold the Nyx has on him is so deep it drags sinewy bits into view as he feverishly struggles against it. I hear a gurgle just before white liquid rushes out from his lacerations, simultaneously spurting and tooling on the wood beneath him. Ew! I don't want to hear about white liquid coming out from lacerations. Lou's pure white blood flows over the side of the bridge and bleaches the black of the water. As he thrashes even more violently, I hear the horrible, drawn-out rip of dozens of flesh layers tearing in two. Don't make me throw up! Oh my god, you're gonna make me vomit! Even though I know it's futile, I can't stop myself from shrieking his name as his foot is ripped slower than I'd wish on my worst enemy. His gel-like skin shreds agonizingly in a jagged line. I'm okay. The Nyx's claws get caught on something and Lou's white, drenched heel peels. Okay, sorry. I wasn't expecting to have to read all this. Red, white, drenched heel peels away enough to dangle down from his leg. Despite the incredible amount of damage being done, the Nyx still refuses to unhand him. I get even closer and consider taking out my sword. I fear it won't be of much use, but I am willing to try anything at this point. Then Lou does the impossible. He manages to give me a small smile. No!
It's okay. I don't need it.
I don't need it! You're like SpongeBob in that one episode. I don't need it! He bends down to the Nyx locked like a ball and chain onto his leg. Lou's fingers suddenly bend straight down flat against his hand, shudders and pulses until his fingers contour out into narrow black appendages that glisten in the firelight. With the soggy grinding claws curl out from under his coal-colored skin. Without a moment's hesitation, he slashes through the mutilated remains of his foot. His claws ring clean through, and the foot severs. It slides off with little resistance, ripping away from the rest of his leg with nothing but ropes of discolored flesh. Soon even those snap completely. The Nyx falls into the water with the mangled extremity still clutched tight. Lou didn't give it time to grab hold of anything else. A broken, incredulous gasp escapes me. Lou stands as tall as he can muster on his now uneven legs, wobbling slightly as he shifts weight off his blood-drenched stub. Oh god.
We have to keep going. I can still run. This won't be a problem.
Are you turning into a Nyx? Is that why your blood is white and your fingers are now dark? Your fingers are now dark. Sorry, your fingers are now dark. Like his hand before, the fleshy stump of the ankle contorts before stretching. A thick, milky substance between solid and liquid folds from it, warping into a sort of peg leg. I can't keep from gawking. Margaret is gaping as well. Lou doesn't pay either of our reactions any mind, beckoning us forward. He pushes down the bridges once more. I snap out of my stupor and jostle Margaret out of hers. She blinks a few times before coming to. We both start running after Lou. I continue to see glimpses of movement on the otherwise stagnant lake, but there haven't been any further attempts to impede us. What Lou did or what he said to that one next must have them on guard. With no grasping appendages reaching for us, we fly across the bridges and don't stop until the fire is far behind us. Twice Margaret slows down from exhaustion, but I shoot her a pleading, encouraging look, and that is all it takes for her to find the will to keep going. Lou never slows or falters, despite all common sense. Through the mist, the faint silhouette of the shore comes into view. Despite the end finally being in sight, I refuse to let hope enter my mind. I thought I understood what I needed to, but I clearly don't know anything about what resides in this lake or what it's capable of. After exerting our bodies nearly to their limit, we arrive at a dead end. Lou gapes and my heart sinks. I look at him through ragged breaths.
Is there another path?
Lou teeters towards the edge of the bridge, looking shocked. Then panic overtakes his face.
I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I've never remembered these bridges. I've never done anything right.
His sunken shoulders and despondent voice tell me he's lost his spirit.
It's possible you took the correct way and it sunk. It's not your fault, Lou.
Lou doesn't reply and simply hangs his head at a loss for words. I bite my lip. I open my mouth to insist we start looking for another bridge when a familiar, callous voice interrupts me.
You are correct. This bridge would have taken you to shore.
Oh my god, where did you come from? I whip around to see the guide. I'm unable to do anything but blink in shock. Margaret looks on in full disbelief.
You're alive!
Yeah, what? He slinks in front of us, staring levelly.
The only one who believed that you weren't capable was yourself. But this is the end. Every path to the other side is gone.
Oh god. Margaret isn't able to do anything except place her hand over her mouth in bewilderment.
So you're...
I can't bear to finish the sentence. He answers regardless.
I am. Lou is not. At least not any longer. He chose his side.
I'm so confused. Lou finally turns from the lake to glower directly into the guide's eyes. The guide answers with his usual blank expression. I'm so confused.
So you sunk the bridges. Of course.
What?
Did you also cause that board to suddenly break under Kika?
What?
Yes.
What? With that admittance, Lou explodes into rage. Now Margaret accompanies Lou in his anger, glaring fiercely at the guide herself.
You lied to us!
Oh my god.
You were the ones who chose to gamble with your lives. I warned you of what would happen.
Oh, I'm so lost. Margaret clenches her fists in lividity.
We made our decision based on what we knew of the lake. Information we got from you, which was lies!
Oh my god. The guide quips back with an irritated quality to his voice.
What you did know as truth was that almost all those who cross Sinlos die. To think you would be an exception was foolish.
Margaret merely snarls at his words.
You can make as many excuses as you want. You're still a heartless murderer. And if you control the bridges, you could have killed us at any time. But instead, you've gone through this entire charade like it's some sort of game.
Oh.
Everything we have relies on this game. My role in it is to act as a human guide. I cannot stop or take the easy option simply because I personally think that might be nice. We have to be committed if we want to survive.
He releases his anger before continuing on.
And that is not all. You may not believe this, considering your situation, but no one here enjoys looking upon the faces of individuals and picking who will get to see the other shore and who will be killed.
Oh god. What the hell?
Instead, we usually leave each traveler's fate in their own hands. Follow my guidance, don't make mistakes, and you should survive. I would not have needed to tip the scales if everyone here played their part.
Oh my god. The guy's insinuation on who to blame is clear. Margaret turns to face Lou and narrows her eyes accusatorily at him.
While we were on the island, you helped the guide when he was in a position he couldn't easily sneak out of. Why would you do anything for him, knowing what you knew?
Her voice rises.
Why weren't you using your informed position to help us from the start if you actually cared?
Oh god.
I didn't do it for him. I did it because I was worried Kika might get involved. And I obviously can't even help myself. How can you think I might have been able to do something for you?
Oh my god. The guide pointedly interjects.
No one should have gotten involved with that. I intended to let myself be injured to reaffirm my humanity. Unlike Lou, I am capable of disguising even the color of my blood.
Jeez. Sorry about that. My mom almost came in my room while I'm recording. Ah! Margaret still seems firmly suspicious of Lou, while he looks defensive. I watch these exchanges unfold intently. I can understand why they're so crushed over this and why Margaret is searching for more lies. It's hard to trust much after this. But right now, our lives are in the guide's hands. If anything is to come from this, it'll be from trying to understand him and getting him to understand us. I take a single step towards the guide.
Why does someone have to choose one side over the other? I may be human, but that does not mean I want to see more lives lost, and that includes the Nixie. I don't believe your kind must cease to exist.
Lou cautiously nods.
Keeping humans away through fear may work for now, but their settlements will only grow. Eventually they'll be coming onto the shores with more in mind than simply crossing. Why would it be such a problem if not everyone in the world hated us?
If it's possible, the guide's visage pales even more. He gives us a distant look.
I know that I can only put off the inevitable. We cannot grow an army or create grand weapons, or even retreat. Someday humans will be capable of conquering us. Yet approaching them on our own will not save us. Will only hasten our demise. Nixie are known as monsters, and I, as the guide, am a well-trusted figure among several human communities. If they find out the truth, it is foolish to believe they will react with kindness and forgiveness. If you wish to blame me for putting our kind in this position, you may. The pollution from the single camp Garvin established all those years ago was enough to disturb our lake noticeably. It couldn't go on. I assumed a human form, copying much of Garvin's appearance because I was unsure how else to appear, and failed to reason with him. That may have been due to my own shortcomings. We still needed them to leave, and I knew enough to guess that if Garvin was gone, the others would abandon the quest. He was the only one stopping the retreat, and the only one who needed to be sacrificed for the safety of everyone.
Oh my god, I'm getting chills.
So, when Garvin went out onto the bridges alone, I killed him there. That was the turning point where we became labeled as a frightening, lurking threat. I have been trying to take responsibility for what I did, and decided to use the humans' idea of what we were to our advantage. We are natural shapeshifters, so appearing as monsters was not outside the realm of possibility.
Oh. I feel beads of sweat form as I start to quake. I knew the guide's life story must have been false considering what he truly is, but directly hearing what transpired with Garvin is still difficult to take. The man before me killed him. Lou steps forward and looks the guide straight in the eye.
Garvin was a leader who only thought of his own goals and refused to listen to anyone else's point of view. Can't you see that you become the same?
That is fine. I do not think myself superior to Garvin. Indeed, I believe that his ultimate ambition was correct. Garvin may have been driven by his naive, childish need to fill his life with accomplishments, but his working at those achievements made it possible for those around him to thrive. Kika herself benefited from it, as did countless others in the villages he established.
The guide pauses to steal a quick glance at me before continuing on.
In the end, the reason the Nixie cannot trust that peace will be possible with the humans is not due to the fact that we're different, but because we are the same. When the time comes, and it will come, humans and Nixie will choose to protect the ones they care for most, and forsake those they don't. Either humans will immediately want revenge for the lies and deaths the Nixie have committed while also wanting to remove a threat, or there will be a mere illusion of peace until we and Sinlos can be used as tools for human affairs. Since humans do not get along with themselves, positive terms with us will certainly not last. Refusing to let anyone cross, allowing the wrong people on our lake, or even speaking out of turn could mean some communities think we're deserving of an attack.
Oh my god.
And of course, we should remember what happened to the other guard who was with us. You here could have helped him, and yet you did not.
Guys, I'm getting chills. I'm sorry for not saying anything. I'm just... ooh. My mind is getting blown. I close my eyes for a moment, willing myself to not get too emotional. My heart aches and sinks to the pit of my stomach at the memory of Bemele.
This lake is cruel and unforgiving. It forces one to make such heartless decisions. However, you would not have been spared that outside its reaches. That is simply the way of this world. Some can be saved, others cannot. No matter how poorly you wish to think of me, I merely made a choice that couldn't be escaped. You must realize that reaching out to humans won't create a place where everyone is spared from a dark fate. It will only risk the safety of us instead of them.
It's clear the guide is unambiguously certain there is no other way. I have no hope of convincing him to give any human a chance in the little time we have remaining before the bridges sink. The defeated look on Margaret's face tells me she has come to the same conclusion. She has no retort for the guide, even though she likely disagrees. We both know there is no point in trying to save ourselves. While on this lake, all the cards are in his hand. Trying to overcome the horrible laws of Sinlos was a futile goal from the beginning. It is a sobering fact to learn. Still, I am not willing to stop here. My efforts don't have to amount to nothing. I take a solitary breath. My life hasn't been ripped from me just yet, and there's something I can do that may help another. I look directly into the guide's empty, distant eyes.
Yes, I can understand such concerns. But why have you not sunk this bridge yet?
It will naturally fall shortly.
But you can sink a bridge early if you so choose, and you haven't. Even if you did not want to expend your magic, you did not have to come here or stay this long. Why are you speaking to us at all when you could end this?
He doesn't reply, only watching me with an unreadable expression. My heart pounds in my chest as I tentatively pose my next question.
Is it possibly because you don't want it to end this way? Do you want your words to change something?
Now that I'm aware of the full context of the guide's situation, I am under the impression that he is not as callous as he initially appeared. He deals with situations in certain ways, of which I've started to catch on to. Both Margaret and Lou look on deviously at my attempt to reach him. The guide offers us a doleful smile. A what?
Is that honestly so surprising, Lou? I am not eager to participate in your death. None of us are.
Upon being suddenly addressed with such words, Lou is taken aback, but almost immediately his guard is put up once more.
After everything you've said about necessary sacrifices, how can you pretend that you care about one useless Nyx?
It's true that we cannot ignore what has happened. We need to protect ourselves. Yet I know that this is the worst outcome in all our minds.
Despite his words falling on completely deaf ears, the guide desperately continues struggling to connect with Lou.
I did not suggest you stay off the bridges because I don't trust you. It was because you were clearly self-sabotaging and I felt worried. And when you were found, I wanted you to leave to lessen your offense, not because I didn't want you.
Aww.
Even when I took the drastic measure of dropping Kika into the lake, I did it because I hoped it would cause you to prioritize saving yourself, not because I wanted to hurt you. Did you not hear the other Nixie encouraging you to fix this that first night? Then despite continuously refusing to do what you needed to, I made sure you at least safely reached the island when you did not remember the way. You didn't need Kika to protect you, Lou, because all of us were, in the very beginning.
He releases a pent-up breath.
Still, you cannot be blamed for responding to her kindness. I had not realized the extent of your emotions, and that left you feeling isolated. I may be distant, but I believed you understood why. I was wrong.
Aw. I'm getting chills. He casts his eyes downward forlornly.
It was my mistakes that cost you your life. I truly and deeply apologize.
I'm in awe of the sight before me. It feels almost surreal to see him so emotional and open. For a moment, Lou seems moved by his words. His eyes become glossy, however, he refuses to embrace that emotion and turns away.
It doesn't make a difference now. I'm not leaving her. That's what matters to me.
The guide's sorrow swells at Lou's response. He moves as if to reach out to Lou, but doesn't follow it through. Regardless, he doesn't contest Lou further. It is Margaret who finds the will to speak up in the pocket of silence.
If you really want to help Lou, and Lou wants to help us, why not give her and me a chance, just this once? I promise that we can be trusted.
No. You cannot leave this lake with the knowledge you have. That is an immovable law we abide by. Now, if I had wanted to spare you by allowing you to live here, I still wouldn't be able to. In some ways, I could be considered a leader of the Nixie. However, I am not a monarch. Decisions such as that aren't ones I can make on my own.
He turns to look out at the water. He speaks up loudly across the lake.
To those who are listening, this is your time. If you would like these humans to survive by remaining with us, you may say so now.
My eyes dart across left and right, desperately clinging to the hope of hearing something, anything. To my utter dismay, there's scarcely even a ripple of movement on the surface of the water. Every moment of silence, my heart pounds louder and louder in my ears. The lake of voices is silent. Softly, the guide pleads with Lou once more. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna leave this off here. I know, it's getting really juicy, okay? I'm sorry, I have stuff to do, okay? But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Lake of Voices and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!